speedrun. Just let me start the timer. And okay, let's go. Wait a minute. Do you smell that? Wait just a second. Oh my god, no way. It's a super rare emerald amethyst portal. That's literally so lucky.
I think I just found the funniest fake Minecraft speedrun because this speedrunner is absolutely terrible at hiding the fact that they're literally cheating. This speedrunner loads into the world and immediately we see a village on the right side of the screen. Not only that, they also have a timer, which is a great indicator that this speedrun could be legit. And just as a heads up, this speedrunner's microphone is absolutely terrible. I mean, just listen.
Oh my god, of course I spawned right next to a village. Oh my god, and a ruined portal. I knew that was gonna happen. Well, I might as well grab some potatoes. I sure didn't want my potatoes.
You see what I mean? Well, ignoring the speedrunner's terrible microphone, they also spawned right next to a ruined portal, which makes this speedrun even luckier. Well, they mined some potatoes and also some carrots. And also, I think there's something wrong with this speedrunner. Well, just listen.
Oh, and carrots. Oh my god, yeah, let's go. I love my... Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Well, the speedrunner heads towards the ruined portal, but wait just a second. Did you see what I just saw? Well, in case you didn't, if we rewind the footage and then pause it here, we can see what appears to be a camel on the bottom right side of the screen. But you see, a camel being right here is completely impossible because camels can only spawn inside of cold areas such as an ice spikes biome. So something tells me that this part is not legit. Well, the speedrunner mines some more potatoes and finally arrive at the ruined portal when they then say this.
Alright, Rampart, you better hear the business. I think I done been here for my entire life. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's some good loot, I suppose. Alright.
The ruined portal chest surprisingly had some normal loot. The speedrunner equips their golden helmet and their golden boots when they then decide to explore more of the village.
I might as well explore more of this village, you know what I'm saying? Wow, this village looks hella bad, bro. I can't even lie to you, this is the most stupid village I think I've ever seen in my entire life, man.
Okay, did you see anything weird? Because I did. And in case you didn't, here, I'll show you. If we rewind the footage and then pause it exactly here, we can see a redstone torch. And if I rewind it a little bit more, we can see that this water fountain has normal torches. So why is there a redstone torch right here? Well, maybe the speedrunner will use it in the future, because right now, I'm not too sure. The speedrunner explores the rest of the village when they suddenly find a blacksmith. And something about this blacksmith is completely fake. And I'm gonna play the video from here and see if you can spot it.
I'll show you love me a blacksmith. Alright. Listen here, blacksmith. You better have some decent loot, man. There's a real little blacksmith, I tell you that much. Alright, just. Oh my goodness.
Did you see it? Well, first off, a blacksmith always has a seating area inside of it. Not only this, as soon as he walked through the door, the floor was actually a wooden plank instead of a normal cobblestone. So something isn't adding up. Well, the speedrunner opens up the chest and finds some pretty good loot. Everything inside of this chest is stuff that would normally spawn inside of a blacksmith. So I have no proof that this part is fake. The same can't be said for the rest of the speedrun because what's coming up later is absolutely hilarious. Well, the speedrunner takes everything out of the chest when they say this.
He's a good blacksmith. Oh wait, is there a crafting table I see right there? Might as well open up that crafting table. There we go. Let's craft some good loot. I sure do love crafting me some good loot, man. I hope you know that.
Guys, did we all just watch the same thing? The speedrunner is somehow crafting when there is absolutely no crafting table near them. I have never seen something like this in my entire life. Well, the speedrunner crafts himself iron pants, a diamond sword, and a gold ingot. And whenever they exit the crafting table, they actually have these items despite there not being a single crafting table. I am so confused. Okay, well, the speedrunner mines more carrots for some reason, even though they have plenty of food. So doing this is honestly just wasting time. But hey, they're probably better at speedrunning than I am. Well, the speedrunner then decides that they're gonna head back towards the ruined portal. But wait just a second. You see, I currently have 9 subscribers and I'm trying to reach 10 subscribers. So if you could subscribe, that would help me out a ton. Also, I now have a join button, so you can now support me for literally 99 cents. Okay, like I was saying, the speedrunner then decides to head towards the ruined portal, but let's listen to what they say. say?
We should be able to go back to this ruin portal right here and, you know, fiddle with it, I guess. Okay, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Stop hurting me, man. Get out of here. Dumb little magma blocker. Alright, now how do I light this portal? If I just look at this portal just like this and, you know, I don't know, what if I just... look at that. Wow, I can't believe it lit itself. Let's go.
Did we all just watch the same thing? Because once again, I have no idea how they did this. They somehow lit the nether portal with their fists. So either lighting nether portal with your fists is in the newest update, or the speedrunner got caught cheating once again. But which one is it? I think we can all guess the right answer. But once the speedrunner is inside the nether, they decide to make it incredibly obvious that they are cheating. I mean, just watch what they do.
Okay, not the worst nether spawn, but definitely not the best. I think I'm gonna head over in this direction right here, cause, you know, I might as well. Dang, there's fire all over the nether. I hate fire so much. Holy moly, man, look at all this fire. Oh my god, I wonder where all this fire came from.
Okay, so as soon as they went through the portal, they instantly saw an entire trail of fire. And fire being inside the nether is completely normal, but a trail this long? That's completely fake. And you won't believe what this trail leads to, because this next part is absolutely crazy.
I'm just gonna follow this trail of fire just so I can see where it came from, and that's it. Oh my goodness gracious, that bastion. I love myself a bastion. What are the chances?
Yeah, so the trail of fire led them directly to a bastion. And not only that, if we look very closely at this bastion, we can see a block that looks a little bit different from the rest. Almost like it's an indicator for something. And this part gets even more proven when the speedrunner decides to do this.
Alright, oh my goodness, I can hear the pigeons already. You guys hear that? Alright, what's in here? Oh my goodness, ain't no way. It's an entire thing. Oh, piglins. Oh my goodness, what are the freaking chances of that?
The speedrunner mined right through the wall to find an already dug out hole filled with tons of piglins. And if I'm being completely honest, this part of the speedrun is just simply fake. Wait, I just noticed something. If we rewind the footage and then pause it here, we can see someone in full diamond armor standing all the way in the back, which is very suspicious because whenever you do a speedrun, you have to make sure that you're in a single player world. So if this is another player, then that would immediately disqualify this speedrun as being legit. Well, if we completely ignore that, the speedrunner decides to take their one gold ingot and throw it into the entire pile of piglins.
Alright, well guys, I only got one piece of gold, so, you know, share it, I guess.
But to get ender pearls, you need way more than just one golden ingot. But I guess the speedrunner doesn't care because whenever they open up their inventory, they suddenly have an entire stack of ender pearls, even though they never went inside of the pen to collect anything that the piglins were trading. So how did they suddenly get 16 ender pearls? Well, if we pay very close attention to this frame right here, we can see that a sudden cut happens inside the run, which is something you're not allowed to do because whenever you speedrun, the video has to be completely unedited. So the speedrunner cutting something out likely means that the speedrunner was cheating. Well, the speedrunner takes the 16 ender pearls and suddenly throws one at the roof and takes a lot of fall damage. What was the point in doing that? I'm pretty sure my 2-year-old baby sister could do way better than that. But once the speedrunner finally decides to leave the bastion, they begin following their trail when something very weird happens.
I'm telling you, man, them piglins were the greediest sons of... Oh, what the heck is that? Ain't no way, there's blaze rods, man. Ain't no way, how many blaze... Oh my goodness, a stack. Ignore why I typed BLA right here. I think that's a glitch, man.
The speedrunner somehow found an entire stack of blaze rods on this same exact trail that they just walked through. This is very weird considering if we rewatch the footage from earlier, we can see that there was very clearly no blaze rods here. So how are there blaze rods now? And also the speedrunner typed BLA, and I think they were trying to search up blaze rods, which likely means that the speedrunner placed down these blaze rods here themselves, which once again, it means that they are cheating. The speedrunner runs all the way back towards their nether portal, and And once they're in the overworld, they decide to do this.
Alright, now let me turn my blaze rods into blaze powder. And let's throw this chunk. Oh, it's in that direction. Let's go, man.
Now that the speedrunner knows which direction that the end portal is in, they begin wandering aimlessly in that direction when they suddenly say this.
Oh, aim fortress! Aim fortress! Where are you, aim fortress? That darn aim fortress is hiding here somewhere. I can feel it. What'd you say, Grandpa?
Get over here and tickle my toes, boy.
Oh my goodness, guys, sorry, give me a minute. My grandpa wants me to tickle his toes. What? Just give me like 5 minutes, I'll be right back.
The speedrunner's grandpa wants him to tickle his toes? Did I hear that right? Nobody in the entire world has ever stopped a speedrun to go tickle their grandpa's toe. But while the speedrunner is sitting here for the next few seconds, a sudden cut happens and they're now in the stronghold. And listen to their excuse.
Oh, wait a minute, am I recording? Oh, wait, there we go, I should be recording now. My bad, guys. I didn't realize I wasn't recording. That's my bad, guys. But look, I found the aim fortress. It was pretty easy to find it. I just forgot that I wasn't recording. That's on me, guys. My bad.
The speedrunner says that they forgot that they were not recording. But if we look at their timer in the top left, we can see that it never changed, which means the speedrunner ran all the way towards the end portal in less than a second, which is physically impossible. But listen to what the speedrunner says next.
Mistakes happen, we're all human. Okay, would you look at that? Let's place it on his eyes and shall we? Voila! Now that is something. Geronimo!
I can't even hear what the speedrunner is saying because they have their sounds so loud. The speedrunner sees that they got a pretty unlucky spawn, but just listen to what they say.
Oh my goodness, might as well use this ender pearl. Hi-ya! My butt itches. Oh, there we go. Alright, get ready, you ender dragon!
Now that the speedrunner finally made it to the ender dragon, they have an epic boss fight when the speedrunner suddenly comes up with an absolute 200 IQ play.
Time to bring out the big guns. Ender dragon. Bet you didn't think I could fly, could you?
Yeah, the speedrunner is now inside of creative mode, which in case you're new to Minecraft, you know that you're not allowed to go inside creative inside of a speedrun. But this is not where the speedrunner shenanigans end. Just watch what they do next.
You know what, Ender Dragon? You brought this upon yourself.
The speedrunner finally killed the ender dragon and finished the speedrun with a time of 10 minutes and 17 seconds. If you like that video, then I would highly recommend that you also watch this video.